staff, and our guests who are with us this evening, and media. I ask for the approval of the agenda. Moved by Deputy Mayor Dorrington.
Second that.
Seconded by Councillor Fraser. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. As we gather this evening, we pause to remember that in this province we live and work on lands that are by law the unceded territories of the Wabanaki peoples, predominantly the land of the Mi'kmaq. May we live with respect on this land and live in peace and friendship with its people. We also recognize the African Nova Scotians whose culture, heritage, and history have been and remain a key part of our province for more than 400 years. This evening we have a couple of presentations, and we're going to start with a presentation from the Pictou County Food Bank, and I'd like to welcome Shelley to join us. Do you have a PowerPoint, Shelley, or? That's good. I think everybody can hear from there.
Folks can hear me okay? If not, just let me know. I do speak fast sometimes, so maybe slow down.
No, you sound
First off,
good. Yep.
Okay. Super. First of all, I'd like to say thank you very much for giving me time on your agenda this evening. I'd like to basically just provide you a little bit of information about Pictou County Food Bank East, which is our food bank here in Glasgow. Well, starting first, just a little bit about ourselves. We were established in 1989 and we're a not-for-profit agency. We're located not on 410 Granville Drive, but on Granville Street. And we serve families throughout Pictou County. We pretty well cover all towns and communities with respect to Pictou, because we have a Pictou County Food Bank West in Pictou. We serve families Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And we're operated by a group of volunteers, both from our individuals that are there day to day, as well as our board. It's all volunteer run, and we're very, very proud of that. We have no government funding. We basically we also have I guess I should take a step back for our volunteers. Most of us are seniors. We do have a couple that are under the age of 65, so we're really delighted with that. And we're all seniors and working Monday to Friday at the food bank. We also have a very special group of volunteers who listen for us on Wednesday. You folks all know Jim McKenna. Jim was involved with spearheading an initiative back during the pandemic to do deliveries at the time when we couldn't get folks to come into the food bank. That is continued on Wednesdays only. And there's a group of very dedicated volunteers that come and deliver for us on Wednesdays. We've got about over 1,000 deliveries so far this year. Every Wednesday, anywhere between 30 and 40 deliveries that take place. Also very proud of the fact that we have received accreditation with the Food Bank Canada National Standard of Excellence. We're one of the first in Canada and the first in Nova Scotia to achieve that. And it goes back to just the excellence of the board members, the volunteers, and folks that put this stuff together to make sure that we're living up to standards of the fact and not reaching and exceeding them. Information on all about the Pictou County Food Bank can be found on our website. That's there just for information. Our clients, and I'm just providing some stats kind of from January to the end of August. We were serving 1,348 households, and of that number, 198 are new this year. On average, we get about 22 new households that register for the fund. And so that's kind of one of those stats that we'd like to think we don't need food banks. It'd be lovely if we could work ourselves out of that need, but unfortunately we're not, and we continue to see the numbers rise and the demand increase. 44% of our households are one-person households. And of all the households that we provide support to, 32% of people in those households are children. And from August the 1st to the end of, January the 1st to the end of August, we provided 5,325 orders that were filled. Our clients are eligible to receive food once a month. When we're able to, with certain clients provide greater flexibility, but that's kind of the standard that we have. And what they receive at that time would be perishables, including eggs, milk, bread, vegetables, some type of meat. Also that have non-perishables, canned goods, pastas, rice, pasta, and the like, snacks. Also, we have something called extras, which we don't always have, things like coffee and tea, toilet paper, things like those essentials that folks need, but we don't always necessarily have those at our availability. And the orders basically are not meant to provide food for a month, unfortunately. They're meant to provide food for 3 or 4 days to give folks a little bit of a hand up while they're waiting for a paycheck or money to come in. Our operations, as I mentioned, we rely very heavily on the generosity of this wonderful community that we live in. We call Pictou County. We don't have any government funding for our day-to-day operations, but we receive donations from churches, from organizations, from schools, from individuals who, and from the retail industry here in Pictou County, who very generously think of the food bank to provide, whether it's food products or money that will allow us to go and buy the food. I mentioned the volunteers. We have, also I should mention with respect to the food, we also get food from the Provincial Food Bank Association, Feed Nova Scotia. They probably provide us about 25% of the food products that we buy on an annual basis. And the volunteers, I mentioned Monday, Wednesday, and Friday when we're opening to 11 different clients. But then we also have volunteers on Tuesday and Thursday doing up the orders, clearing off the shelves, making sure that we're ready and able to go on those Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Like everywhere, our costs are increasing. I think probably look at your own gas bills and grocery bills and see how quickly prices are just rising. We probably have about 300,000 a year to run this food bank. We're spending about 20,000 in food purchases alone. One of the things that I just wanted to mention, we do try and be responsive to our clients, obviously. And one of the things we did this past year, we put a client survey on our website, or our Facebook page. I'm smiling because we didn't get a lot of responses. But what we did get was good information. And one of the things that was identified was what people would like to have more of would be fresh fruit. And so the board decided, well, look, we'll make an effort to try and ensure that every order now gets bananas. So we now buy bananas on a weekly basis, and those are included in the orders. Now we're hoping this year when we do it again, we'll get better feedback. We did a very small response rate, but again, we'd like to kind of get the feedback from our clients and try and improve our service to them and ensure that we're providing them with the best we can. So how does it work? It's really quite simple. There's no income cap. I think often people think, oh, the food bank, you have to have certain level of below a certain level of income. That's not the case at all. We need a basic information from you, who you are, your address, phone number, a piece of ID, and we also need to have ID for each member of your household. We don't keep that information, but we see it when you register. So for instance, if you wanted a delivery from on Wednesday, you couldn't call and register and get it delivered that day. You'd have to have at least come in once to the food bank personally and showing your ID for your household members and yourself. As I mentioned, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8:30 to 11:30. Something else I was going to mention, but if we don't come back, I'm sure before we get to the end. But anyway, so it's very, very simple. And one of the things we try to do as well is encourage folks to realize that it's not, you don't have to be a member of the food bank for every month of the year. If maybe something happens. Maybe your car breaks down. Maybe you've got a bill that can burn into cookies. The food bank is there. So we try to do a little more proactive sharing that information over the past few months and trying to encourage people to realize that, it's not about being a member of the food bank. It's about basically if you need some assistance, we're there to give you a hand out. Partnering opportunities. How can we work together? And one of the things that we talked about, I think last year when I was here, was basically just, if you're doing something, an activity, and to maybe add a food drive event to it, we certainly appreciate that. Share information about our services to your constituents. We do have, and we're trying to get better at it, a fairly active Facebook presence, and share our media posts with your own constituents if you have the capacity to do that. We certainly greatly appreciate it. We are trying to do more and more partnering with other organizations to ensure that our reach is extended. So, for instance, there were some schools last year where we had an abundance of some product, and I believe it was a perishable product. Someone contacted one of the schools that could use it in your school or phone, and they said, certainly. so they came and picked that up. Last week I participated in information fair with the Nova Scotia Community College in Stellarton. And through discussions found they have a food pantry. They pay for it out of the student fees. We don't always have a lot of stuff, but sometimes we do have an abundance of things. Right now we have an abundance of baby formula. We posted something a while back saying, you don't need to be a member of the nobody a client of ours. If you need baby formula, come in. We've got baby formula. So things like that, and different practical things. So now we're applying to like that to the community college. Again, that's a one out. It's not always happening, but if we have those connections, we're able to reach out and say, look, we've got this. Can you use it? So that's kind of really all I wanted to say today. I'm hoping I didn't take up too much of your time. I really do appreciate your attentiveness and appreciate again you putting some time in your agenda to allow how you move about the food bank. We just want to be aware that we're here, that if you have questions about it, let us know, and then we can do this to you again.
Thank you, Shelley. Always a pleasure actually to have you here, and I don't think there's anybody in the room that ever doubts the value that you bring to our community and the great work that you do. I'm just going to open it up. Any council members have any comments or questions? I happily say that the town of New Glasgow certainly has been, I believe, quite supportive of the food bank over the years. That's one of our number one groups to donate money to, and we make those donations. And I think with the great work you're doing, and I'm pretty comfortable in saying that'll happen again.
You got our number.
Yeah, we do. We do. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Okay. Presentation number 2. This is an unusual presentation in the fact that usually the town of New Glasgow doesn't get gifted things in the sense of people presenting gifts. We do a lot of that ourselves, presenting gifts to others and recognition to others, but this is really kind of special. And with that, I'm going to ask Michael Vino. Mike, if you'd like to come up. If you're a little shy, I can stand with you. We have that after everybody leaves.
Council, I have a birthday gift for New Glasgow. Celebrating their 150th. It's appropriate. It's a print. It should be an original, but the original was donated to another charity a while back, last year. And so I have this print.
Would you like me to open it?
Well, if you'd like, well,
You can give me a hand here with all this fancy wrapping and stuff.
I'm very honored to be here and hold them while you got. If you end up taking this in the town hall, I'd be very honored to have a piece of my artwork contribute to the history of our wonderful community in town.
Even more spectacular. Thank you, Mike, and I noticed the 150 logo here at the bottom too. This is absolutely incredible, and
In fact, I have the logos on there as well. And, just a little blurb there that just says that it's a familiar view of the Glasgow after 150 days, 150 years after the success. So everybody certainly knows.
really, you'll find a really nice place. Earl, yes, you can add comments.
We should, when we build a new public works building, that should be in
This is really, and you're right. I mean, you know, it's what everybody knows, that our beautiful bridge, crossing the bridge, so it's really something. Would you be okay if council got a picture with you?
Sure.
Okay, council, would you be okay?
Kind of exciting for me to think that in 100 years, people look at different 100 years and see what we look like. I think there's something wrong. If it hangs around in here, maybe it'll make it.
Well, we have things that are 100 years old. Say that.
Why not? No, why not? Why not?
Hi, come on, guys.
How come CAO's not in here? Yeah.
He's not standing next to you.
Rebecca
Come on, lady.
and Tracy are up there.
Where's your phone at? There, on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We will, here.
We'll work on this.
That can be transferred at any time.
Thank you very much.
Why not stay for a little while?
Sure.
Check this out.
Okay, you're very welcome to do that. Next on our agenda, we have an order to appear to consider an order to demolish 52 Donald Street. Take notice that pursuant to section 346, subsection 3 of the Municipal Government Act of Nova Scotia, the town council at a meeting to be held on September 15, 2025 in the council chambers, 111 Provost Street in Glasgow, will consider the making of an order to be served on you determining that the property located at civic number 52 Donald Street in Glasgow is in a dangerous or unsightly condition as defined in the said act, and requiring you to remedy the dangerous unsightly condition of the property located at 52 Donald Street in Glasgow by demolishing the house on the property and cleaning up the site. Is there anyone here to speak to this matter? Is there anyone here to speak to this matter? Is there anyone here to speak to this matter? Okay, if not, I'll just ask Sean if there's any comments you want to make before we move on.
I just wanted to find what these call, for this year. Email on September 10th said that his partner would be contacting me, no contact, no response from property manager, feedback. He owns multiple properties and they've all got so no trespassing signs were not put up. Yeah, so
In the order. Well done. Would council like to consider a motion?
Yes, so moved, Your Worship.
Move to demolish
Yes,
or move to follow the order to demolish?
I move to follow the order to demolish, Your Worship.
Thank you, Councillor McKenna. Is there a seconder? Seconded by Deputy Mayor Dorrington. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Sean. Okay, on to our consent agenda for the minutes of the meetings, committee, council and committee of the whole held on August 18th, and our proclamations.
So moved, Your Worship.
Moved by Councillor McDonald.
Second that, Your
Seconded
Worship.
by Councillor Fraser. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. The approval of the reports, the committee of the whole report. Moved by Deputy Mayor Dorrington,
Seconded.
seconded by Councillor McKenna. Any questions on the motion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. The finance report.
Yes, Your Worship, I would move that we accept the finance report for the period ending August 31st, 2024.
Moved by Councillor
Okay.
Fraser,
Thank you.
I'll second that.
seconded by Councillor Peters. Any questions on the motion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. The engineering and public works report.
Yes, Your Worship. I'll motion that we accept the Engineering and Public Works report as submitted.
Moved by Councillor McDonald,
I'll second that.
seconded by Councillor McDonald. Any questions on the motion?
comment if I could.
Yes, please go ahead.
Town engineer just noted that the work on Wall Street is finally finished today. Spoke to the supervisor there, and I think we're all breathing a sigh of relief that that work is done, and it looks to be done quite well. Thank you.
Any further questions, comments? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. The solid waste report. Moved by Deputy Mayor Dorrington,
I'll second that.
seconded by Councillor McDonald. Any questions on the motion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. The police report. Moved by Deputy Mayor Dorrington,
I'll second that.
seconded by Councillor Jessica McDonald. Any questions on the motion?
Question.
Go ahead, Councillor McDonald.
Chief Leo, just looking at the calls for the month, for the previous month, 831, which in my 9 years sitting here seems extremely high. I do look at the call volume comparison from 2024 and 2025 and the increase. I did do some quick math on the breakdown of the calls, and it seems like there's about 38% are contributed to homelessness, mental health, and drug related, and not all of the ones that I've added in there. Is there any? I mean, I understand the Jubilee was also that month, so that there'd be a little bit of an increase. But can you shed some light on why the calls are so high? Typically, they're in around the late 500s. So.
Really, you've answered the question and comments. It's the drivers that we're seeing that breakdown in that on-for-one is categorized as type. See what the drivers are there, especially for prevention, property disturbance, liquor control act. A lot of these are tied back to many of the complex social issues that we're found these days with homelessness, mental illness, addictions. Those seem to be the drivers of the increase, potential increase.
Thank you. Thank you again for the report, because it's very helpful to have the comparisons in that. And I know we changed the reporting there, or you changed the reporting a few months back, and it seems to really break down things. Any other comments you'd like to make on the particular?
One thing that I will say I felt that drawing attention to the percentage increase would be something that we jump out for the leaders, because it's really important. Not only during July and August, but to look at that in comparison, because like I said, we identify what the drivers are. So, it's part of a conversation.
Yeah, thank you, Chief. Very busy for your officers, though. That number of calls.
Thank you, Councillor McDonald. Any further questions on the police report? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. The community development report.
I'll move to accept the community development report as circulated.
Moved by Councillor Jessica McDonald,
I'll second that.
seconded by Councillor Peters. Any questions on the motion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. The business development report.
Your worship, I'll motion that we accept the business development report. Officer's report.
Moved by Councillor McDonald, seconded by Councillor McKenna. Any questions on the motion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. The fire report and fire inspection report.
Yes, your worship, I so move that we accept the fire report and fire inspection report as circulated.
Moved by Councillor Peters,
Second that.
seconded by Councillor Joe McDonald. Any questions on the motion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. The building report,
Move to accept it as circulated.
moved by Deputy Mayor Doherty,
I'll second it.
seconded by Councillor Peters. Any questions on the motion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. The information technology report,
Yes, your worship, I so move.
moved by Councillor Peters,
Second that, your worship.
seconded by Councillor McKenna. Any questions on the motion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Human Resources and Corporate Communications report,
Yes, your worship, I so move that we accept the human resources and corporate communications report as circulated.
um, moved by Councillor Peters, seconded by Councillor Fraser. Any questions on the motion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. The Strategic Initiatives and Projects report,
Move that report.
moved by Councillor Fraser,
I'll second that.
seconded by Councillor Joe McDonald. Any questions on the motion?
I have a comment,
Please go
if I
ahead.
can. Yeah, I would just like to say that we had a wonderful drone show just in the past few weeks, and I would just like to congratulate our team that put that together. I think the comments I got from many residents were, wow.
Hopefully that'll be the way of the future.
We're trendsetters.
Thank you for that. Any further questions or comments? All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you to all staff for your reports. Under new business, approval of the accounts,
So moved, Your Worship.
moved by Councillor McKenna,
I'll second that.
seconded by Councillor Joe McDonald. Any questions on the motion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried, and a motion to adjourn,
I so move.
moved by Councillor Peters. Thank you. Just take a very brief moment before we move into Could I ask for the approval of the agenda? Moved by Deputy Mayor Dorrington,
Second.
seconded by Councillor McKenna. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We have a memo from our Assistant Director of Engineering and Public Works. It is a recommendation to approve tender on the Town of New Glasgow 25P Public Works 0081, new dump truck body contract award to Parts for Trucks Limited in the amount of $56,944. As a successful proponent to provide one new environmental services dump truck body for the Town of New Glasgow Water Utility using funds from the Town of New Glasgow Water Utility approved in the 25-26 water capital budget. Under the same tender, La Rochelle in the amount of $204,948.85 as a successful proponent to provide a new salt plow truck body with plow and controls for the Town of New Glasgow Public Works Department using the remaining 25-26 capital budget for new salt truck funds, along with $80,861 net HST budget overage being funded by a municipal finance corporation debenture.
Yes, Your Worship, I'll motion that we accept the recommendation from the Assistant Director of Engineering.
Thank you. Moved by Councillor Joe McDonald, seconded by Deputy Mayor Dorrington. Any questions on the motion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next on our agenda, we have a memo from the New Glasgow Regional Police Chief regarding a partnership between the New Glasgow Regional Police and Shelter Movers. The information is in your package.
Yes, Your Worship, I would move that we accept this recommendation from the chief.
Thank you. Moved by Councillor Fraser.
I'll second that.
Question?
I don't know who seconded it. Okay. Just put Councillor McDonald and then. Any questions on the motion?
Question, please.
Go ahead.
I'm unfamiliar with this organization, Chief, but is there any financial implication down with this, or is it strictly a service provided?
Simply, well, other than time and resource of members that will be working on the days that we support is requested, there's quite a bit of planning. We've already assisted on two occasions that we need to get partnership. There is a fair bit of planning, doing this, these operations, and portion of risk assessment on our end. So our two experiences so far with the Shelter Movers have been quite smooth, very limited time and resource that we into it. If we don't have the resources available to support it, which can happen in our environment, of course, then we simply reschedule. That's for the rooms of the agreement. They're quite accommodating. We can also make the referral to Shelter Movers, also the unfortunate frequency of contacts for others who are
Thank you. This is a wonderful service, having been involved in child welfare in the past career. I know it's certainly something that is needed, unfortunately. Thank you.
Any further questions? Go ahead, Councillor Peters.
Thank you, Your Worship. I would just like to celebrate the fact that our policing department is always committed to helping the most vulnerable in our community. And I would think that doing this type of work would also be rewarding for the staff in that they're always responding to very difficult situations. And this may be very rewarding because it's seeing something through to the end and helping people out. So thank you.
Mm-hmm. Great. Excellent. Any further questions or comments? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. And again, thank you, Ryan, for your work on this. It's so important. With that, we're going to move to in camera. Thank you, everyone, for coming.